friends and students. Once again welcome to my channel Maths Tips for You. In this video we are going to see some important properties of inverse trigonometry functions. This is video part 2. In my previous video part first of inverse trigonometry function we have discussed what is meant by inverse function and inverse trigonometry functions and the principal value branch of each inverse trigonometry functions. The student who are not watched all my previous videos, I request them please watch my previous, that is part 1 video, the link of which is given below in the description. Now we shall start with the part 2. The first property is reciprocal numbers. Number 1, sine inverse of 1 upon x is equal to cosec inverse of x for x is greater than equal to 1 or x is less than equal to minus 1. The second is cos inverse of 1 upon x is equal to sec inverse x for x is greater than equal to 1 or x is less than equal to minus 1. The third one is tan inverse of 1 upon x is equal to cot inverse of x for x is greater than 0. Now proof. We consider first sine inverse of 1 upon x is equal to cosec inverse of x. Let we take y is equal to cosec inverse of x. Therefore, by definition, x is equal to cosec of y. Therefore, now cosec y means 1 upon sin y. It is equal to 1 upon sin y. Therefore, sin y is equal to 1 upon x. Therefore, again by definition, by inverting, y is equal to sin inverse of 1 upon x. And y is equal to cosec inverse of x. Therefore, sin inverse of 1 upon x is equal to cosec inverse of x. Hence the proof. Similarly, we prove other two results. Now, can you justify the restriction on x? X is greater than or equal to 1 and x is less than or equal to 1. Can you guess why such a restriction is made in defining the reciprocal numbers of trigonometry, inverse trigonometry function? Suppose here x is greater than equal to 1. Suppose we take x is less than 1, that is 1/2. When x is become 1/2, then sine inverse of 1 upon 1 by 2 become sine inverse of 2. So this is not the value of sine inverse. 2 is not the belongs to the domain of the sine inverse, because x should be belongs to closed interval minus 1 to 1. So 2 does not belongs to the closed interval 1 minus 1. Therefore, there is a restriction on x. X is greater than equal to 1 and less than equal to minus 1. Property number 2. There are two parts, part A and part B. We first consider part A, negative numbers. In part A, number 1, sine inverse of minus x is equal to minus sine inverse x for x belongs to closed interval minus 1 to 1. Number 2, tan inverse of minus x is equal to minus tan inverse x for x belongs to R. Number 3, cosec inverse of minus x is equal to minus cosec inverse x for modulus of x is greater than equal to 1. Now, there are 6 trigonometric ratios, 6 inverse trigonometry function. We have taken 3 only. The remaining 3 in part 2, that is property 2 for negative numbers. Proof. Number 1, sine inverse of minus x is equal to minus sine inverse x. Let Sine inverse of minus x is equal to y. Therefore, by definition, minus x is equal to sine of y. Therefore, x is equal to minus sine y is equal to, we know that sine of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. Using this, it is become sine of minus y. Therefore, inverting, sine x is equal to minus y. Therefore, multiplying minus sine x is equal to y. And therefore, y is equal to, here it is minus sine inverse x is equal to minus y. Sine inverse x is equal to y. Y is equal to minus sine inverse of x, and y is sine inverse of minus x. Therefore, sine inverse of minus x is equal to minus sine inverse x. Hence the proof. Similarly, we prove other two results. Property second, B part of negative numbers. Number 1, cos inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse x for x belongs to closed interval minus 1, 1. Number 2, sec inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus sec inverse x for modulus of x is greater than equal to 1. And third one, cot inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse x for x belongs to R. Now, in property 2 of part A, we have seen sin inverse of minus x is equal to minus, tan inverse of minus x is equal to minus tan inverse, cosec inverse of minus x is equal to minus cosec inverse x. But in part B, we must note that cos inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse x. Similarly, sec inverse x and cot inverse x, they are replaced by pi minus sec inverse x or pi minus cot inverse x. Proof. We consider first, cos inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse x. Let y is equal to cos inverse of minus x. By definition, cos of y is equal to minus x. Therefore, x is equal to minus cos y, where y is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to pi. The principal value branch of cos is 0 to pi. Therefore, by allied angle formula, x is equal to cos of pi minus y. Now, we will check whether this angle pi minus y belongs to the principal value branch. Since y is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to pi, we multiply by minus, so it is changes minus y greater than minus pi, that is minus pi less than equal to minus y less than equal to 0. Adding pi throughout, we get pi minus pi less than equal to pi minus y less than equal to pi, that is pi minus pi is 0, pi minus y is less than pi. So this value pi minus y belongs to the range of principal value branch of the cos inverse. Therefore, we can invert this. It is become cos inverse of x is equal to pi minus y. Therefore, taking y to the left hand side and taking cos inverse x to the right hand side, y is equal to pi minus cos inverse x. Therefore, substituting the value of y is equal to cos inverse of minus x. Therefore, cos inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse x. Hence the proof. Similarly, we prove other two results. Property number 3. Number 1, sin inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2 for x belongs to the closed interval minus 1 to 1. Number 2, tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is also pi by 2 for x belongs to set of all real number R. Number 3, cosec inverse x plus sec inverse x is also pi by 2 for modulus of x is greater than or equal to 1. Proof. We prove first and similarly we can prove other two. Sin inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Let sin inverse of x is equal to y. Therefore, x is equal to sin of y, where y is belongs to the closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Therefore, by allied angle formula, cos of pi by 2 minus y, sin y is equal to cos of pi by 2 minus y. Now, we will check the pi by 2 minus y belongs to the principal value branch of the cos function. The principal value of cos inverse function is 0 to pi. Since y is greater than or equal to minus pi by 2 and less than or equal to pi by 2. Therefore, multiplying minus throughout, we get pi by 2 greater than minus y greater than minus pi by 2. That is, we change the order, minus pi by 2 less than minus y less than pi by 2. We add pi by 2 throughout. Therefore, pi by 2 minus pi by 2 less than or equal to pi by 2 minus y less than or equal to pi by 2 plus pi by 2. Pi by 2 minus pi by 2 is become 0. So less than pi by 2 minus y less than pi by 2 plus pi by 2 is pi. Therefore, pi by 2 minus pi belongs to the principal value branch of cosine function. And therefore, we can invert this. Therefore, cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2 minus y. Taking y to the left hand side, that is y plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Now y is sin inverse x. Therefore, sin inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Hence the proof. Similarly, we prove other two results. Property number 4. It is called addition formulae. Number 1, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus x into y if x and y is positive and x into y is less than 1. This is important. If it is less than 1, then we apply this formula, tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus x into y. And if x into y is greater than 1, number 2, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to pi plus tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus x into y, where x into y is greater than 1. And number 3, tan inverse of x minus tan inverse of y is equal to tan inverse of x minus y upon 1 plus xy. There is no such restriction. Here x and y are always positive. The proof of this theorem, there is a separate video on this, on the proof of this inverse trigonometry, property of inverse trigonometry functions. The link of which is given below in the description. So I request the student, please watch my video on this proof of this theorem. Thanking you for watching my video.